Let's switch gears and get another check of your first warning weather. Jimbo's joining us, and hey, not so bad outside now, but could be changing tonight.
Yeah, you know, this afternoon, sure, we could have a couple of passing showers, but I think this is going to be the warmest afternoon that we're going to see until Sunday over the weekend.
And we're not talking like 80s like last week. I mean, we're talking what, 60?
Yeah, 60s back, returning for us by Sunday. But
right.
yeah, some cold weather moving in. But before that happens, we're going to be tracking some rain. Already starting to see the clouds increasing a little bit. Our Manning Family Children's camera showing us that the clouds getting a little bit thicker. And yes, we do have a little bit of rain on WDSU First Warning Radar. Just rain, no thunderstorms. We did have one lightning strike there about 15 minutes ago, but this is rain that's going to affect the coast, I think, this afternoon. Maybe one or two of the showers could get as far north as maybe Houma or Cutoff, but mainly I think it's going to be Grand Isle, Boothville, getting some of that rain, but this is just the beginning. As I said before, enjoy these temperatures. We're at 62 in Bogalusa, 58 in Hammond. We're not going to be this warm in the afternoon until Sunday again because cold air is moving in behind the rain that'll be here tonight and tomorrow morning. 59 degrees, our current temperature officially at Louis Armstrong International Airport. What a difference a day makes. Our winds are more easterly at about 10 to 14 miles per hour right now. Dew point yesterday was at 29 during the noon show. It's up to 49 right now. Obviously, more moisture coming in. It's because we have low pressure to the west of us, starting to get its act together, starting to get better organized, if you will. It's going to move in our general direction, and I think it's going to just kind of ride the coastline. There is a chance that we could see some strong storms overnight tonight through the early morning hours, but I really think our main concern is going to be the possibility of heavy rain. As that system exits tomorrow, here's the cold air that we're going to tap into. Yes, a lot of cold air rushing down from Canada, still well below zero in the upper Midwest, the northern plains. Let's go hour by hour and show you today. We will have some showers close to the coast, maybe one or two popping up in the metro, but nothing major until we get to tonight. Here we are pausing things at about 3:30. Still going to be close to 60 in most locations. Clouds getting thicker. Now, by the dinner hour, just after the dinner hour, 7 p.m., starting to see some of that rain move in. Tonight until midnight, scattered showers getting more numerous. Now at midnight, from about midnight to 4 a.m., numerous showers are going to be in place. Some thunderstorms as well. One or two of the storms could be on the strong side. Hail is a possibility. About 3:30. A lot of rain in place, but here's the good news as far as tomorrow goes. The rain should be wrapping up by about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Now, the cold air is going to rush in all day, so your high temperature tomorrow is actually going to be achieved right at midnight. In the afternoon, the temperature is going to be in the 40s, and it's going to be breezy, if not windy, so it's going to feel cold all day. Then clouds begin to decrease for us by Thursday morning. That's good, but it's also bad. Cloud cover at night keeps you a little bit warmer. So we're going to be in the 20s to start your morning on the North Shore Thursday morning, close to freezing in the metro. Now, as far as rainfall goes, this is what one of the computer models is telling us, and most of them are in pretty much agreement. An inch and a half, over 2 inches of rain, maybe close to the coast, over 3 inches of rain. That's a possibility. Over the weekend, and this is brand new information, it looked like we were going to have a pretty good chance for showers Saturday night through Sunday morning. Now, the GFS and the European model backing off on that. We may have a few showers this weekend, but right now, it looks like they're going to be very, very isolated. Good news for the weekend parades, for sure. Increase in clouds, isolated showers and breezy. Then tonight, weather impact, because the heavy rains are going to be moving in between about midnight and 3 a.m. I think that's when the rains are going to be the heaviest. Then we see the clouds decreasing tomorrow, but your temperatures in the 40s in the afternoon as the cold air just rushes in all day. Weather impact for us Thursday and Friday because temperatures are going to be below freezing, especially on the North Shore. Even close to freezing on the North Shore Saturday. That's why Saturday's a weather impact day. But by Sunday, we're back into the 60s, and oh, can that be a 70? Yes, indeed. By Monday, back to 70 degrees. WDSU, First Warning Weather.
We love to see it, Jim. Thank you. Coming up next, we have an update on Pope Francis, who was hospitalized last week, the progress he's making despite canceling more public appearances. Pope Francis is canceling more public events through the weekend as he continues to fight off a respiratory infection. But the Vatican says he had a peaceful night and ate breakfast, which is a key detail. Doctors say that he's well enough to stomach food. NBC's Molly Hunter has the story.
Another update from the Vatican on the Pope's serious case of bronchitis. A new statement says the Holy Father continues to be without fever, adding his clinical condition is stable.
We came to pray for our Pope. He's not feeling fine, so we came to pray for him.
On Monday, the Vatican offering a new detail. Pope Francis is fighting a polymicrobial infection of the respiratory tract, which has led to a further modification of the therapy, adding test results indicate a complex clinical picture that will require an appropriate hospital stay. But how long exactly, the Vatican didn't say.
The Pope is hospitalized with a pretty serious infection. It's called a polymicrobial infection because it's not just one, but possibly two or more bacteria causing this degree of an infection.
But complicating his treatment, his age, and numerous health challenges over the years. Bronchitis multiple times recently, a severe case of pneumonia a few years ago, multiple surgeries for an abdominal hernia, as well as his colon, and when he was a young man, part of his lung was removed. Francis has also struggled with mobility issues in recent years. Lingering knee and back pain means he often uses a wheelchair at public events, sometimes a cane or a walker. But the spiritual leader of the world's 1 billion Catholics rarely slows down.
He's exposed to so many of the people that we're seeing right now who are sick with flu, RSV, COVID, and a number of other viruses around the world.
While Francis is heeding doctors' advice, he's also downplayed his health issues. In his autobiography, Hope, out last month, he writes, "I am well. The reality is, quite simply, that I am old."
Up next at